All right, we're back for part two. Let me go back and share this PowerPoint that we had up. So this is where we left off, and now we're going to move on. All right, so those are some of the psychological concepts, and there's others that we're going to address. We'll talk about stress and everything, but that's kind of the I guess the psychological foundation of why I'm presenting information the way that I am. Now, I do want to give a little background of why I think the planner is so important. I talked about some of these concepts, but I want you to trust me on why it's so important to have a pen and paper planner, because that's key. I remember go in a I was I think it was a first year PhD student, and I went into this meeting with a whole bunch of other faculty members, and then we got done with the meeting. We had to schedule our next time to sit together, right? And they all got out their phones to schedule the meeting, and I took out an old-fashioned pen and paper planner. And I remember this senior faculty member looks at me and said, "You still use a pen and paper planner?" And I kind of thought, well, I don't anymore, right? I put that away and got my phone out, but it was never effective for me. I never felt as effective using um, a Google Calendar or something versus a pen and paper planner. And so, and the research backs this up. So I want to share some of this research with you. So what are the benefits of taking a pencil and putting it to paper? When words are written compared to typed, we know that memory is enhanced. There's good data on this with students. Research out of Washington University showed that when students wrote versus typed, their memory was higher 24 hours later. There was additional research, 650 university students, 10 countries reported that they had higher memory and comprehension when writing versus typing. I'm asking you to write down your goals. Heaven forbid you forget those goals, right? And so writing will aid in these principles that we've talked about, these goals and these other things that I'm gonna have you do. And so that's one thing. The second part is writing has been shown to activate three areas of the brain, and typing does not have that same effect. And the beauty is they're the areas of the brain that have to do with prioritizing, planning, organizing, impulse control. Imagine I hope you internalize what I'm saying here. By writing, you're activating areas of the brain that help with impulse control. You go home, or you come home from a tired day at work, and you're mentally fatigued. So what are you gonna do to feel better? On an impulse, you eat a whole roll of Oreos. You can probably tell by now I have this love-hate relationship with Oreos. That's an impulse. Writing helps you control impulse control and organizing and planning, all these things that we're talking about. Typing has been shown not to do that. In addition, research is starting to compile about the problems that we're experiencing with all of the screen time that's taking place. Multiple studies show shrinking in the gray matter of the brain in those addicted to the internet or gaming because of the screen time. Again, the gray matter of the brain helps in cognition and planning and prioritizing. Think about the problem if you spend more time on your phone, and that can contribute to decreasing your ability to do the things you need to do to lose weight. So writing will help in that. Thirdly, you're less distracted. When you write down what you want to get accomplished during the day, you've created a contract with yourself. And now you have to, if you're going to break that contract, you have to do that willingly. You have to say, okay, I'm going to break this contract. And so by making that contract with yourself, it's beneficial. Now, I do know some people, the whole like less distracted, some people say, but it's so nice, Dr. Ziegler, to be able to have a phone that will tell you when you need to do these things. The data doesn't back that up either. If you're like me, I've had an alarm on my phone for the last 3 months telling me I need to go get my annual cleaning at the dentist. I've ignored that thing so many times that I don't even hear it beeping. They've become this beeping and buzzing machines that we really should detach from these electronic devices. And so a pen and paper one can help in that. Lastly, that I want to bring up with the planner is it can help you organize your thoughts. Most people type faster than they write. Not everybody, but most people do. But what that means is then you get in front of a computer and you're just on auto type. You're not even thinking about your thoughts. When we have to take time to write, it takes longer to write. So we're more concise. We're thinking about what we're putting down. It can also aid in stress reduction. The Japanese actually are one of the most technologically advanced cultures that there are, and yet they thrive putting pen to paper. They call it the Tekko culture, Tekko meaning planner. They take time to organize their thoughts through pen and paper so they can manage this fast-paced world. It aids in managing stress, and we'll talk about stress later in this class. And so a lot of good reasons that we should have a pen and paper planner. Okay, take home message from chapter 1. So that's chapter 1 that we've covered. So 1, you need to move away from a reactive to a proactive mindset. And I gave you an activity. Hopefully you did that. Okay. 2, you need to determine what your end goal is with your weight loss journey. So when I say that, let's spend a minute or two. Yes, you want a weight loss goal. That's why we're here. We want to lose weight, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever that is, 10 pounds. I don't know. But I hope that there's reasons behind that, right? I want to lose this weight because I really want to feel better about how I look, I don't know, in a dress or whatever. Everyone has different reasons. I want to feel better about, I want to feel more confident. There, you got to determine what that your vision is. You need to develop a principle-centered mindset. These are principles that are innate to you. They affect your decision-making processes, and you write those down. And then lastly, we need to schedule our priorities, thus the planner. To aid in this, I want you to take a moment and fill this out. Again, you can find this in the 24-hour weight loss planner in the beginning of the planner. So what is your 3-month goal? And I don't just mean weight loss. Your weight loss goal is down here, okay? So you can put that down there, and that is a 3-month weight loss goal. What I mean, and by the way, in choosing that goal, just let me a couple of things. Most experts will tell you not to lose more than 2 pounds a week. The reason they're saying that is if you go beyond 2 pounds a week, you're really not eating anything. And so I would recommend the same thing. So really, if we take 3 months, we have about 12 weeks. Really, out of 3 months, maybe 24, 25 pounds. I mean, that's a very good weight loss goal over 3 months. And so I would hesitate for you to put more than that. Again, if you have questions regarding this, feel free to send me an email. So, but here's your weight loss goal, okay? So maybe that's 24 pounds, whatever you decide. Your 3-month goal is why? Why do you want to lose the 24? Why do you want to lose the 24 pounds? In 3 months, how do you want to feel about yourself? How do you want to think about yourself? How do you want to be able to function? How do you want other people to look at you? That's this 3-month goal. So write that out. Then we have your vision. What is your vision for this week to achieve that? Now, we're in the beginning of this program, so we haven't talked about exercise or eating. And so your vision may just be to set up time to really think about why you want to lose weight. That's kind of where these could go. So to help you achieve this vision for this week, it is these SMART goals. And everyone's probably heard of SMART goals: specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, time-bound. So let's say, for example, that your vision is to be able to, by the end of the week, to really have determined why it is you want to lose all this weight. So one SMART goal I could make this week to help me do that would be to set up 10 minutes every day to ponder about my principles, the principles that we've talked about that I live by that can relate to weight loss. It's specific. I'm saying 10 minutes a day, every day. I'd have to give a time frame, say 8 o'clock in the morning. It's measurable. I can put a check. Did I do that or did I not? It is action oriented. I'm doing something. It is realistic. 10 minutes a day, every morning, I have that time. And it's time bound. I'm going to do this every day for this week. That would be one action oriented goal for this week. And then you'd move on to the next one. So take as much time as you need to be able to do that. All right. This is the end of chapter 1. Okay, I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to stop this video. This is part 2, and we're going to finish up in chapter 2. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video